Well, now we can solve the company Easton equals Jesus equals great I am, as in Easton baseball bats and gloves, and we just solved Dick's Sporting Goods, which is awesome. So now I'm just going, I want to get to the history of Easton. Now there's a lot of place names in the world named Easton. There's a ton of them. So Easton equals Jesus equals great I am. So I'm going to the there's Easton Press, which equals Jesus Christ. It's a publisher of books. There's people with the surname Easton. Easton equals Jesus. But there's a ton of places in England. Bristol, Easton. Wow. There's a ton of towns in England called Easton. In Canada, we have Easton, Nova Scotia. In the United States, there's a ton of cities called Easton. Easton, Texas is Jesus Jehovah in order. Now, what I like about Easton is you get the love, the S-T-O there, plus 20. Easton. Now, I'm also, yeah, so it was founded by the Easton Sports from 1922. It was founded by Doug Easton. Doug parallels I am very strongly. I am plus 24, and then Easton equals great I am. All right. Easton Press. The Easton Press equals the Jesus Christ, and they do, I guess they're big. I see that they do quality books with like fancy covering and gold edging and cool. So they do very high quality books, like physically, like the Mathematics Bible I'm looking at, like with very strong hard covering with gorgeous embossing, gold trim, you know, gold Toykin and all this. So they say Easton Press sells the world's greatest books bound in genuine leather and accented with 22 karat gold. They're probably Christian because they mention the Holy Bible first and Christmas first. And they mention J.R. Toykin. Easton equals Jesus, Press equals Christ, so. Well, Easton Press solved. Easton. Great I am. Oh my God. The most obvious thing, this is gonna kill you in a good way. Easton equals God, Son. Remember Jesus equals God, Son equals English in order? But in Easton, you got S-O-N in order, Son, and then E-A-T, the word eat, equals God. Whether we eat or whether we drink, we do all to the glory of God. Now I know why the name Easton is reasonably famous in God's stories, because Easton equals Jesus equals God, Son. E-A-T equals God equals the E-U in order in Jesus, and then the S-O-N equals Son equals the J-S-S in Jesus. Done. Just solved every instance of the word Easton on planet Earth. On websites, on books, on signage, sporting equipment, you name it. Easton equals Jesus equals God, Son. So worship Jesus today. He's the one behind all this. He's the great CEO, the great I am equals CEO. And the gold is in the streets. Everywhere you go, he's sovereign over it all. So just do the math. You'll see it. There you go. Easton Press. 24 karat books, gold books, Bibles. Send one to your friends. Tell them that Easton equals Jesus, press equals Christ equals I am love. And you can find those components in the word press. Above all, point them to my YouTube channel where they can get the whole gold mine of this revelation and the history behind it. Cool. Now, we had the word leather come to us the other day. Leather equals Jehovah equals triple I am. Leather-bound books, classics, poetry, science fiction. Genuine leather. We've solved all these terms before. Genuine is a triple I am, just like the word leather. And very obvious, too. Archive will pay for it, all the skills. You can solve all the words. And then... yeah, and then Easton, the sporting goods, obviously. Oh, so Easton means Eastern settlement or Eastern town. That makes sense. East town. Easton. East town. Easton. Hence Easton, Nova Scotia. Eastern town in Old English is a common place name. That's because people that came from England and all the towns that were called Easton in England moved to the New World and spread across the United States and called their towns Easton. Because they were in the East. And as I look at the cities called Easton in the United States, many of them are in the East. Easton, East town. But Easton equals Jesus. And there's something special about that because the East is the first. The sun rises in the East. Jesus rose on the first day of the week. Easton equals Jesus equals God's Son. East town. Japan, the land of the rising sun. Okay, Easton. There you go. BRG. Easton is in the house. So now Easton is doing archery products. I'm on their website. And they do archery stuff. Well, of course they're doing archery because archer ends in I am. Alright. Alrighty then. Easton. Alright. Easton Press. And then you have Easton. I remember from baseball. And when I was in Dick's Sporting Goods, so Easton has their bats. Yeah, they're all over Dick's Sporting Goods. Easton is a big. What else does Easton Sporting Goods have? Cycling, hockey. They do a lot of. Well, there you go, Easton, big Jesus, God's Son. And now they're owned by BRG Sports. Fenway Partners. Interesting. Cool. Easton. But it comes from it means East Town. And that would have come originally from England. And remember, English equals God's Son equals Easton in order. Easton. I mean, England, one of my favorite gems is England equals Godland. Because the Eng equals God. England equals Godland. So cool. And then so English equals God, Son equals Jesus. The greatest language on earth today, most people would say. Then there's a town called Great Easton in Leicestershire. If I could speak that all day, I'd be happy. So R-E, look at Leicestershire. I mean, it's loaded with I am, so you got most obviously the R-E's, the I am. I was born in Leicestershire. You're just like, Yeah, I'm smoking hot if I come from Leicestershire, sire. I was born in Great Easton, Leicestershire. And people will just be like, whew, the man is full of wisdom. Okay. Great Easton, Leicestershire, sire. I was born in the mire, sire. In Leicestershire, but I no longer mire in the lyre. Okay. I ain't no liar from Leicestershire. Okay, Easton, Lincolnshire. Everyone wants a piece of the word shire. We know that because shire is 36 plus I am. Easton, Norfolk. I come from Norfolk. Folk is a great word because it ends in I am. Okay, I'm Easton. Northamptonshire. Everyone always, well, God is sovereign over the word shire. I was born in the shire, but I didn't stay in the mire. Okay. All right. Easton. Great I am. Weston. Easton. Cities all over the universe called Easton. Glory to God. All right. Well, the I Am brand is God's favorite name. It's already the biggest worldwide, but we will start the I Am company, God willing, and actually put it officially on products. Cool. Wonderful. What will you create? More appropriately, who will you love and worship your whole life long? The great I Am.